Ladies and gentlemen, what's crack-a-lacking? How y'all doing, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, guys, we're going to be going through this update. So Infinity Ward has just came out with the update for the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And in this update, guys, there's a lot of things going on here that I want to go through with you guys. So we're just going to go ahead and do that while we watch some gameplay. So if at any time you guys enjoy this video, you know what to do. Smash that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, you're going to want to subscribe, so hit that subscribe button with the bell notifications. With all that being said, let's get into this update. Come on, baby. Let's go. All right, so starting this one off, it says, hello, Modern Warfare 2 players. It has been amazing to see so many of you hopping into weekend one of our multiplayer beta on Sony platforms, and look forward to so many more of you joining us for weekend 2 across all platforms. There has already been a fantastic amount of feedback on Reddit and social medias, as well as a ton of stats collected on our side. In addition to the new maps and modes we have lined up for weekend 2, we also have some changes and new things we are trying that I'll be sharing with you this week. Throughout weekend 1, we played the game, watched the game being played, read your feedback, and talked to many of you. At a high level, leading into weekend 2, we fixed various crashes, addressed a few game exploits, patched some maps, geo lighting and issues, updated progression for some gunsmith related bugs. Here are some things we heard from you on Minimap dot rules. So currently in Modern Warfare 2 beta, we only show enemy dots when UAV is active. The design reason for this is that we don't want to punish the players for firing their weapons. We also want players to actively search out the origin of the gunshot versus just traveling directly to where the dot is on the minimap. We continue to gather feedback on how the game is being played in regards to this topic. So whether or not they're going to add this red dot, guys, when you're shooting, I highly doubt it. I think it's going to stay the same. And to me, preferably that's awesome. That way we're not having to silence our guns, and we're going to lose power on our weapons and stuff like that, putting on silencers and things. So I think that'll be okay. So let's get on to the next thing here, and that's target tracking. So this is one of the issues that I was having in the game. I didn't like this in the game, but so it's awesome that they're actually addressing this. We've seen feedback that it's hard to trace targets once you've gotten into a firefight. We agree that this is an issue, so we have changes incoming to reduce muzzle smoke and increase the visibility of the muzzle flash to help engage someone who is firing at you. These changes should help with tracing your opponents in combat. It also says here, we are also investigating more ways to visually differentiate enemies and friendlies outside of the standard nameplates above heads of the opposing players. We'll be trying a few changes in weekend 2. More on that later this week. So that being said, we were shooting at our own teammates and stuff because it's just really hard to tell who is who kind of thing. So hopefully they do change a little few things up there. Hopefully they tweak that out a little bit. Now we got user interface here. We've seen the feedback around difficulty editing perk packages, managing loadouts, and accessing the armory. We have identified some UX issues as well as some bugs. There are things we won't be able to adjust in time for beta weekend 2, but they're top of our mind ahead of the launch. Okay, so now for perks, what they have here is we've seen a varied feedback on the perk package system. Some players love it and others feel it's unnecessary departure from the original system. We feel it's a nice shakeup to how perks work and the general progression of a match. We've also balanced the ultimate perks to be more powerful as you earn them later in the match. We'll continue testing throughout beta weekend 2, including drastically accelerating the earn rate of these to see how players react. Our goal remains improving the flow of all perks ahead of launch. So right now, I think the perk system is working pretty well. And I think the speed of it is pretty good already from what I played. Those perks that you guys get, the longer you stay alive, you get these perks come to you. I think that's pretty good. I think they're doing a good job with that. Speeding that up may help out a little bit. It may make some players too overpowered because y'all know there are some sweats out there, and once they start getting their perks, they'll just be non-stop ninjas. Speaking about ninjas, we got dead silence is another hot topic, as many players have expressed that they would like to see it as a perk instead of a field upgrade, which would be that would be dope. I wouldn't mind having that as a perk at all. Instead of the field upgrade. Well, I don't know, because I'm kind of iffy on that, because like I was saying, with the ninjas and stuff, but I mean, having it as a field upgrade, you got to work up towards it. And then once you get it, you could use it. You're not going to have it all the time. I think having it all the time would definitely be an issue. So it being as a field upgrade where you have to level it up to get it and then use it, I think we'd be a lot better off with it being that way. But you know, it is what it is, and they're gonna go with what the community's saying on it. So yeah, we'll have to see what goes on with that. We believe it is important to game health that rushers are not able to move at high speeds without consequences. Dead silence as a field upgrade creates a balance between freedom of movement and a predictability against combat. Now, getting into footsteps here, I know footsteps was definitely a big issue for me as well. Like, I mean, it sounds like a bunch of people are elephants running around the maps here. So let's see what they got to say about this. So footsteps audios in weeks 1 of Modern Warfare beta was very high at giving players long distance directional information about enemies. For weekend 2, we have some changes coming in. So hopefully they're going to reduce that a little bit. We are reducing the range of footsteps audio for the various player movement states: jog, sprint, and tactical sprint. Okay, so that's pretty good. So it's obviously like when you're jogging, you're not going to be as loud. When you're at a full tactical sprint, that's probably when you're going to be at the loudest. So that there I like. I think that'll be definitely good. This will help soften the cost of moving around the map. The second change is that the enemy and friendly footsteps are now a distinct. This should help players better understand. Yeah, because that was another thing too. I was like, oh my God, there's somebody coming in behind me, and I would look behind me, and it wasn't even an enemy. It was my own. It was like my own teammate. So that's to make it distinct that we could tell who is who. That's definitely going to be good as well. This should help players better understand what's going on. Things move around the battlefield. More details to follow. Now let's talk about the slides and the slide canceling. So first of all, they canceled out the whole slide canceling thing, and you guys know that people were finding ways around it, and they were still doing slide cancels and stuff like that. So here is their fix here, guys. It says slides. Sentiment around the removal of slide canceling remains positive, which I'm totally down for that. I cannot stand sweat slide canceling everywhere, breaking cameras, and you gotta click all these buttons and yada yada yada. It needs to be more fun experience, guys. Like sometimes, you know, you have a hard day at work and you just want to come in and play with your friends and you just want to have a good experience. You don't want to have all these sweaty players, like I said, breaking your camera and slide canceling everywhere. And 1 minute they're ahead of you and the next minute they're behind you and yada, 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 and this and that. I think having slide canceling out of the game is definitely a positive for me anyway. They also say that they're aware of the workaround and are contemplating how to handle it for weekend 2 of the beta. Additionally, we have some other slide changes for launch, which will make this movement feel a bit more fluid and snappy. And then obviously stay tuned to Infinity Ward's channel for more details on the changes we'll be implementing for beta ahead of weekend 2. So you guys know in 2 days, and I believe you guys could have early access if you have a beta code for Xbox, and for PlayStation, guys, PlayStation, we don't need no codes anymore or anything like that. We're just going to keep on playing right through. We'll be good to go, so you guys don't have to worry about it. And yeah, that's going to be about it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know how I did. You know, this is kind of new for me here on the channel, so let me know how I did down in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that like button and keep my algorithm real. Subscribe to that bell notification on so you don't miss any of my awesome, excellent videos. Get in the game. Have some fun. I don't know, watch my videos. Until next time, I'm the Puff Man. Peace out.